Thank you so much for joining us, especially those folks that might be taking a look at the opportunity for the first time this evening. My name again is Sean Cornett. I'm a national consultant here coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri, and I am super excited for our featured guests here this evening. Some good friends of mine in the business that you really just couldn't find better individuals anywhere in any business. But these folks have been in the business a number of years. We've spent time together on 5-star trips. In fact, they've enjoyed 3 5-star trips now. Combo Club, Pure Energy Award winners, and just some of the finest people, as I mentioned, in all of Ambit Energy. So please help me welcome into your homes this evening my good friends, executive consultants, Rick and Jennifer Vahl from Buffalo, New York. One second here. Let me switch screens and bring them up on the big screen. All right, Rick and Jen, you guys there? Hold on. There we go. Now I've got your volume up. It's all yours, guys.
Hey, how are you?
Fantastic.
This is awesome. This is so much fun. So I want to thank everybody for the opportunity to do this. When we looked at this business about 5.5 years ago, we were just looking for $400 a month to pay a credit card bill. And the opportunity that we've had will actually make me retire in my 40s rather than my 60s, which will be able to travel and do more things. So I'm very, very glad. And the friends that we made in this business, all over the world, actually, they're just true friends, and the meaning of friendship really came together with Ambit. So I'll let Rick finish closing out, and have a good night, everybody.
Fantastic. Thank you, guys. And Sean, thanks for putting this all together. When we looked at it, like she said, 5.5 years ago, we were looking for $400 a month. When I went there to look at the video, I was absolutely not interested in any kind of business. I wasn't going to do anything. I was working 7 days a week as a beer salesman. Jennifer just mentioned she works at a bank, and she was working crazy hours, and her daughter was 16 and doing all the things that 16-year-old daughters do with travel softball and clarinet and dances and boys and all those kinds of things. But when they pushed play on the video and Kim and Jim Mason were sitting across from us, and we realized that it was gas and electric, it was a service, not a product. It was something that we could wrap our head around. Look around wherever you are, if you're in Mishawaka, if you're in Columbus, wherever you are in the world right now, look around, you're using what we have. Everybody has to have it. No one lives without it. Every day, no one turns it off when they leave. You don't turn your refrigerator off. You don't turn your gas off. You got to stay warm. So when I realized that it was a service and not a product, that's what made sense to us. It was something that we were all in. You don't pay your car payment. You don't pay your mortgage payment. You cannot pay your credit card bills. I've tried it. You can extend that for a long time, but don't pay your gas and electric bill for 30, 45 days, and it goes dark and cold. When you can get paid on something that someone has to have, unconsciously uses and habitually purchases month after month after month, that's what got us excited, so we got started right away. It's a part-time business for most people. You know, I talked to a doctor today in Baltimore. He's a chiropractor. He worked this business 3 hours a week, maximum 3 hours a week, and he's now an executive consultant. Tom Dolly, Doug and Michelle Grout, all these people, Johnny Penhallow, Alex Conte, they're all very, very busy people, but all this business really takes is 10, 15, 20 minutes a day. You can put whatever you want. If you put 15, 20 minutes a day, you can get to financial freedom 7, 8 years out. But if you put a little bit more time in, like the doctor did, 3 to 5 hours a week, you can get to financial freedom really, really quickly. It's a lucrative compensation plan. Like Jennifer said, $400 a month was all we were looking for. That was it. If they sent me $400 a month now, I'd be irate and my hair would fall out, my head would explode like you would warn people. It's something that is unfathomable. My daughter, who is 22 years old, residual income last month, I did a Google search yesterday after I realized what her residual income was. And I Googled Social Security income in the United States, average. Her residual income at 22 years old is 1.5 times that of a single person and equal to a family already. She's 22 years old. It's going to continue to come in month after month after month. And we're working with people that are making $30,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $100,000, $600,000 a month, month after month on people paying gas and electric. The timing of this thing, guys, if you take nothing else from tonight, take how great the timing is for what we have our hands on. Warren Buffett says the transfer of wealth that coming from the utilities is going to be the largest transfer of wealth the country's ever seen. Well, we're only in 16 states, guys. That's it. When I started 5.5 years ago, we were in 5 states. So in the last 5.5 years, we've expanded to 11 states, District of Columbia. In the next day or so, I'm hoping that we hear that Japan's launched and we're ready to go in Japan. I'm hearing Canada, Nevada, Nebraska, Arizona, California. Canada's on the horizon here shortly. I'm hearing that Canada might be our next international expansion. We haven't even done our first easy for you to say, international expansion. It's good. Japan is going to double our footprint. You saw in the video where we have about a $80 billion market potential. It's going to double that. We're going to double that as soon as we click those switches for Japan. The timing has never been better. Ohio just opened. If you're sitting in Ohio and Indiana, the two look-in parties that we had, it doesn't get any better. We just opened there in the last year or so. So it doesn't get any better than that. It's all about the system that you plug into. If you knew now what you knew then about Google, Facebook, Groupon, Twitter, eBay, Amazon, Microsoft, Dell, Apple, how much time and how much money would you invest in those companies if you knew now? I'm telling you today that we beat most of those companies to $1 billion. There was a handful of them that we didn't, but it was nip and tuck with those companies. Those were international companies when they launched. We were in 1 state, then we went to 2 states, 5 states. Now we're in 16, going to another country here in the next handful of days, 2 countries by the end of the year, probably. Several states left to deregulate. Mexico, all over the world that we're going to be. And it's because we have a proven system. If Bill Gates would have took you by his hand and said, this is how you do it, all you got to do is do this, would you have plugged in with Bill Gates or the guys that invested in Google and Facebook, Zuckerberg? That's what we're giving you today. For $100 and a little bit of time and effort, you can plug into a system like Jennifer and I did, and everybody that you've seen in front of the camera, and the people out in my living room, Johnny Paradiso and Joel Anders and Alex Conti, and everybody that's plugged into the proven system and change your financial freedom number, your financial outlook for your life. And, you know, it's willable, sellable, and transferable as well. I don't know if they touched on that, but when we pass away, there's never going to be a picture above the mantle of me. It just wouldn't have happened. I was struggling. I was working paycheck to paycheck, basically, when I looked at this business. But now, because of this business, when someone turns their light on in the next month or 2 in Japan, they're going to deposit yen into my bank account. It doesn't get any better than that, guys. So in closing here, this is what I want to tell you. If what you saw here from everybody, from the great video that you saw, the leaders in the rooms, if it made sense to you, jump on board. Don't wait. Don't try to figure it all out. We didn't figure it all out the night that we saw it. We didn't have any idea. We saw the residual income component of this. We knew it was gas and electric, so we jumped in. For $100, it doesn't get any easier or better, and the timing doesn't get any better. So if you're one of those people like we were, when you saw it, it made sense to you, get signed up tonight. There's computers around. If you're not, if you're someone who has some questions and you want to get those answered tonight, you don't want to wait. You don't want to go talk to your broke brother-in-law about that. You want to get your questions answered tonight from someone that's in the room, someone who invited you to take a look at his business presentation. Get a leader on the phone. Let us answer any question you have. And then if you're the third category and it made sense to you, but you just know, like you know that it's not for you, that's okay too. We're not convincing anybody to join us in business here. That's not what we want to do. If that's you, be whoever invited you as their guest thought enough of you to put this in front of you tonight. Be their customer. Save some money for them. Every time you get that bill at the end of the month and you're paying that bill like you do unconsciously every month, month after month, you're going to be able to say, thank you, thank you, thank you to whoever invited you to take a look at this. It's going to help them change their life like it has Jennifer and ours. And in closing, let me just tell you this business is not just for individuals, it's for missions. We have churches that are using this business to have residual income. I work with a guy who has 3 churches and missions under that. It's generating $100,000 a month between those 3 missions. We're working with wrestling clubs and wrestling coaches and Olympic training facilities, and this program is helping fund those as well. So get all your questions answered. Thanks for taking a few minutes out. God bless you all. I pray that whatever you're looking for, that you find it in the near future. God bless you all. Thank you, Sean, for having us.